Welcome to Java NetBeans Retention, Achievement and Success Rate tutorial. This very tutorial was as a request of someone on I believe it's one of my subscribers. So let me just show you his email right there. Let's come in here. I think it's somewhere here. Yeah, that's it. Can you do one for Java NetBeans? So that is why we have this very tutorial. So let me show you how it works. So supposing I enter number of starters there, the starter are supposed to be the number of students in the academic year that started the course in this academic year. In total we have 7 groups, and those are the numbers of starters. Then the number left at the end of the academic session, let's say here are the numbers left. Okay, let's just enter more and try to speed it up. Okay, then the student that actually passed the course at the end of the academic session, those are their details right there. We have 23 here, maybe 22 here. Okay, now we've gathered all the data we need for the academic session. We can always find the retention, achievement and success rate. We can find those there, achievement and success rate, or you can just use the overall retention, achievement and success rate. And right here you can find the average. Okay, the academic average there, that is it. So with that you are able to tell if there's if the school or the college is performing well or not. So what I'll do next is to take you guys straight into Java NetBeans, where we will develop one of these together. So let's go into Java NetBeans now. Okay, we started a new project, and make sure Java is selected. Select Java application, click on next, and then you give it a name in this very dialog box. I'll call it retention achievement. Let's just, and that will be success. Right, that's the name of my project. The next thing I will do is uncheck this create main class, then click on finish. Now that my project file is ready, right click on it, select new JFrame and click on OK. Now enter a name for this very dialog. Okay, and that's the name that I'll be calling my system, and just click on finish. Now that my form is ready, I'm going to now define the size of the form of about that, and we come to the property and just enter my preferred size right there. That's my preferred size. There's 1340 by 617. Now right click on the form itself, select set layout, and now we go for absolute layout there. Now that is ready, go to the palette right there and select as follows. I need a label right here. Okay, I have one label here. Then let's come to the property of this very label and look for the border. There we go, we have the border right there. Okay, and just make that maybe about 3, and there I'm going to enter in the caption or in the text field retention achievement and success rate. Alright, so let's increase the font size so that you guys can see it. Make that bold, maybe about, yeah, that's fine. And get it centered. Horizontal alignment, select center right there. So the next thing I'll do is come back to the palette and get label here. I need a label here, and just redesign the label. Okay, just speed that up because I'm going to need a couple more of those labels. Let's get the border set as well. And just copy it across and speed that up really. Now that's how the system is looking, so maybe we should increase the fonts of this thing a little bit more since we have more rooms there. Let's make that about maybe 56. Yeah, why not? So we just add more labels, so I'm going to speed that up, add more labels, then I'll get back to you guys. Right, this is how the interface looks now. So let's get, I'm going to need a text box or text field is called. Okay, get those. Let's place that there. We'll need a couple of those. Okay, let's copy it. And let's paste it there. Okay, let's just speed that up as well. Now this is how this whole system looks. So I have my text field there, labels, okay, and different groups. So different groups there, and the title. So let's compile and run. So we can now run it and see. Click on OK. Yeah, this is how the system looks for now. Alright, so the next thing I will do now is to add some buttons here so that I can use that to trigger events. So let's close it. Alright, so let's create some buttons. Come straight to the palette there and select the following. Let's get one here. Let's copy and paste it. Another one, two, copy and paste it. Alright, just speed that up and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, this is how the interface looks right now. So the next thing is for me to enter the following variables, and I'll declare some variables and also declare arrays. Okay, let's get rid of that and just declare as follows. So those are the arrays I intend to use. The retention is 82. I don't think I need that much, and I need retention average, success rate average, and achievement average. Okay, and I also need these ones. I might use them, but with time. Alright, so let's go into the coding now. Okay, the first thing is double click on this very button there and just enter as follows. So let's go for retention. That is the supposed to be the array. That's the array. Okay, let's say equals double dot pause. Okay, so the name of my component is JTXT starter a.get. Alright, so that's the first part. So I'll get that should be text. Now the next one is retention let's call that number 1, and just change this one to the left, the number of students left on the course. Okay, now let's use the variable q that was declared up there to collect all of these data. So I will then enter retention 1 here, because to get the retention you have to divide the number of students left by the number of students that start the course. Alright, divide by 0. So that is it. And because we intend to convert it to percentage, I will then multiply it by 100. Enter my semicolon right there. Okay, now for me to be able to assign it into my component, let's convert it to string value. Let's say retention 1 equals string dot format and then enter the percentage of, and now just a comma q and say plus the percentage sign or symbol, and then come out here and get rid of that. Just enter a semicolon. So that's the very first line, but now we then need to assign that to one of the text box. Okay, that's retention is called just JTXT retention A dot set text. The value that we set it is rate 1 there. So that's the very first line of code. Okay, have a look at it. So what I'm just going to do now is to copy and paste these lines of code, okay, and speed up the whole process. Right there, guys, this is how it's looking now. So that's for the very first group. Let's enter first group there. That's for the very first group. Now the same lines of code that I entered here, I've converted it to the second group, which is that will give us the achievement, and have a good look at it. That's for success rate, and the same thing was repeated for the second group. Okay, so have a good look at this. Group C, group D, group E, group F, group G. Alright, so let's compile and run it. Alright guys, this is how the system looks, so let's give that a try and see. Okay, that's supposed to be the number of the student that starts or that started the course. So let's enter some values there. Let's say we have 29 left at the end of the academic year, and here we have 32, we have maybe 38, 21, 30 and 18. So the number of students that passed the course here, we're talking about 28 there, and 24. Let's go for maybe 30, 35, 20, 28, and maybe 16. So when we click on the overall retention achievement rate right here, this stands for retention achievement rate. Click on that, and that's what we get. that gives us retention, achievement, and success rate. So what we do now is to be able to calculate. Let's reset. We need the reset to work. We need the exit. The exit is working. Let me show you the code for the exit. That's the code for the exit. And here, let's double click on that. Those are the lines of code for the reset, but I haven't set the lines in the code for the other buttons. Okay, so we need this. These are for those lines of code is for the starter, and the left we don't have reset for those ones as well. So let's just come into the where the names are here and just copy that, get that, double click on the reset and just enter those here. So equals 0, which means the components, they all have zeros at the beginning. So I can always come here now, just select it all and just enter zeros in there. Okay, come into the property and the text here, just enter 0 for all. Okay, so we have zeros for all. So that's, we take care of my reset button, converting it all to 0. So I'll just speed this up and get back to you guys. Okay, the reset codes are now in place. There they are. That's for the reset. Okay, so let's go back. And now for the retention itself, here are the lines of code for retention, which means you can just calculate the retention alone. Okay, there they are. It's exactly the same lines of code. I just copied the retention and pasted there, and that is for retention. I repeated the same thing for success rates by coming in here. The mid one here, that's for the, these are the lines of code for retention that was copied. Achievements, I copy these. Let's copy. Now double click on the achievement and just let's get rid of these. We don't need these for now. Need to get that one to work. And here is the achievement. I have all of the achievement there. Okay, those are the lines of code for achievement. And for success rate, it's right here. We copy the success rate and we just paste it in there. There's 7 in total for each of these codes. That's 1, 2 for group B, group C, D, E, F, and group G. Alright, now finally we took care of the average, and here we have the average. That's the average calculation. Okay, because we have 7, we divide it by 7 there. Okay, to get this average working, right in here we have where we calculate all of the values in here. We collected them, each value, and just enter them in here. There they are. For the average calculation, that is for retention. This is for achievement, and this very one is for success rate. And they were all added up inside average right here. and divided by 7. Then it's then converted to string before assigning it to the average text box. So that's all there is to it. So if you have a good look at it, this is the average lines of codes. Alright. Okay. The reset, you've already seen that. That's the reset. All you do is enter 0 there. Exit is just system exit. Okay, the most important bit are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll double click on this again, show you guys the lines of codes. Okay, it's the same lines of codes, and these lines of code were then copied for retention, achievement, and success. Okay, now here are the collections of array that were used for the average calculation. There, and the average calculation, that is it. So I'm going to run this program again. Okay, this is how the final product looks. So if I enter my value in there, let's speed that up. Alright, the data of the student are entered, so all we just need to do is to click on the overall retention, achievement, and success rate there. To find the average, just click on that and you get the average for the academic year. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoyed. Do subscribe. Bye for now.